probably the big talking point today. But we sit here in nervous anticipation because we're hoping to do a South African first. You see, Aki Anastasiou, and this is where I start getting jittery, is on a flight, a Mango flight, and on this particular flight, Wireless G, in association with Vodacom, is launching G Connect in-flight Wi-Fi. So Mango will be the first carrier in Africa. Oh, it's going to be an African first. That will offer a in-flight Wi-Fi service. So what we're doing, and this is what Aki has persuaded me to do. Well, he's bamboozled me rather than persuaded me to do. He's persuaded me that what we're going to, he's bamboozled me into believing that he will be able to phone us on a Skype line from the aircraft while it's flying at whatever, 30,000 feet. See, what makes me nervous about this is that the last time Aki told me that there was some technology that was revolutionary and new and was going to work, he did it also live on Technobyte on the show, and it was an unmitigated disaster. It just didn't work. He was actually standing outside the studio using this technology. I think we could hear him through the soundproof glass rather than over the instrument that he was using. We teased him we have never stopped teasing him about that particular incident. And once again, good old Akman has decided, you know what, I'm not going to learn from that lesson. I'm going to do this live again. I'm going to test this technology. I'm going to put it to the test live. So you can see I'm rather downplaying my expectations. You know what it's going to be like should this be the clearest signal and this goes off flawlessly. We will be ecstatic. We'll be dancing on the tables, singing the praises of Aki Anastasiou for at least the next 10 minutes. That's all we're going to allow him. And he will crow for years. He will not allow me to forget this. So what we're doing at the moment, he phoned me all breathless with excitement and anticipation. He phoned me from the aircraft before it had taken off, so they were still on the ground, and he was using the normal 3G network, and said, right, we're about to take off, so keep an eye on the Skype line. So poor old Mokgesi, my sound engineer, that's all he's doing right now. He can't look anywhere else. He's got to stare at the Skype screen and wait for Aki to give us a call. And hopefully it all works brilliantly and we can have a chat to the CEO of Wireless G, that's Karel van der Merwe, about this flight and how it all works and the packages. It'll have a download speed of 4.5 megabytes per second, upload speed of 256 kilobytes per second. And I'm looking at the price. The price is obviously what you really want to know. One-way access pass, 50 Rand per single sector flight. I don't know what a single sector flight means. One-day access pass, 90 Rand, multiple flights through. Okay, we'll have to get this from the guys. But it looks 50 Rand as a one-off, 90 Rand for a few flights, and you've got 20 hours in which to use up all your allotted data. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad. For me, the beauty of climbing on an aeroplane is that nobody can get hold of me. So I don't know. I'm not completely persuaded by this. Mind you, I could surf the internet, do things like that. Things I can't otherwise do because a 7-year-old is demanding the iPad when I want to use it. So we'll keep an eye on what's happening with Aki Anastasiou.
Talk Radio 702. SMS David O'Sullivan now on 31702.
4:15 on Talk Radio 702. I've been building up to this for the last 15 minutes. A Wi-Fi connection, internet connection through Wi-Fi on an aeroplane. Is this possible? Well, Aki Anastasiou is on board a Mango flight along with the CEO of Wireless G, that's Karel van der Merwe, I hope is sitting next to him, and calling me on a Skype line from way above Kimberley, I believe. If this works, it is an African first. Akman, please tell me this is good. Aki?
Hello, David. Good afternoon to you. I hope that you can hear me okay, David. How am I sounding?
I'm absolutely stunned. I can hear you perfectly. This is great.
I am... No, it's unbelievable, David. This is a first for South Africa. It's a first for the South African continent, for the African continent, and it's a first for the Southern Hemisphere as well. I'm walking down the aisle of this Mango flight, and we are talking to you live on the radio. The passengers on this flight, we are 35,000 feet above in the skies. The passengers are all connected to the internet, and I'm standing next to the CEO of Wireless G, Karel van der Merwe, and I'm going to hand the phone over to him.
Okay, gee.
Hello.
Karel.
Hello, Karel van der
Karel, it's good to chat to you, and I'm delighted this works, because if it hadn't worked, it would have been a bit embarrassing for all concerned. But tell me a little bit more about the service that you're offering, Karel.
Well, we are at 30,000 feet, and you are on a live feed of Wi-Fi from the G-Connect services. We've just launched in-flight Wi-Fi. And we are on board Mango, and yes, we are happy to announce that it's working.
It certainly is. What kind of download speeds can you get on a Mango flight using this connection?
Well, we've got a big pipe in, but we obviously throttled the customers. We've got a lot of customers that has to connect simultaneously. And we allocated about 256 to 512 per customer. So that's a type of bandwidth that we have currently.
And the cost, I suppose, is so critical as well. Karel, please tell me that this isn't going to be pernicious, that people will be able to use this because it comes at a reasonable cost.
Yes, it's at 50 Rand for a one-way and 90 Rand for a full day, irrespective of the amount of flights. And then you can use your G-Connect online account as well in order to get connected.
Is this being offered on all Mango flights at the moment? Karel?
Hello, David. You may work. Hello, David.
Yes, I can hear you fine. I'm just wondering, Aki, maybe you can answer the question. Is this... Okay, look, I'm going to give it to Aki. It worked for so long, and I wanted to know now the other details about how many Mango flights planes are going to have this. Is there a bigger rollout? I got to give it to him. It worked. We could hear him clearly. It did drop in the end, but then, hey, when I drive up William Nicol Highway, my phone drops out. So it's just something I get used to. So I'm sure Aki will brag, enthuse in more detail about this new service that's being offered. It's only on the Mango flights. It's Wireless G in association with Mango and Vodacom. So if you want to use this facility, it will be on Mango. I would suggest get hold of Mango and make sure that the flight you are on offers this service, but I wasn't able to find out if this is now the big rollout and that from now on all Mango flights have this. I will get that information though. Well done to Akman. It actually worked.
EWM Business.
Hello, Bruce.
Fortunately, with this whole Wi-Fi thing on aeroplanes, only people like Aki really understand how to make it work. So there's a little bit of peace and quiet remaining on flights for the foreseeable future, unless you're sitting next to Aki, in which there's no peace anyway.
Bellowing to the radio station.
Well, he'll be bellowing to someone. Absolutely.